Hi everybody, welcome to today's transmission. This transmission is about clearing lack consciousness, and that is in terms of what you're not getting, what you're not receiving, being more conscious of what you're not getting rather than what you do have. And the intention is for this to be specifically around the twin flame dynamic, where we tend to be focused a lot on the separation rather than the unity. But this is relevant to anybody. There are light codes in here for everybody. We all have masculine and feminine aspects within us, and we're bringing them into balance. What has inspired this is the sense of breadcrumbing. When you're not in full unity and you're working through the push and pull in your twin flame dynamic or in any relationships, there's more give from one area and more take in the other. For example, any ways that you feel your counterpart is not good enough, let's just say. So, for example, not enough attention, not enough care, not enough presence, any way that they're not enough. And alternately, any way within your dynamic that you feel you are perceived as not enough, or you perceive yourself as not enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not exciting enough. I'm not loving enough. I'm not attentive enough. So all of the not enoughs. So that when your counterpart perhaps does reach out or give you some attention and you're like, whew, what was that? That was nothing. That's like breadcrumbs. I want the whole cake. Right? So anywhere where you want more than you're getting, that you see yourself as getting. So what I want to say here is that we've been in, like, I call this the buffer zone. I perceive this as the buffer zone. This is from my conscious understanding based on my experiences. Since about the 8-8 portal, I have felt almost like within a membrane in relation to the real world going on around me, and this really big clearing out within my physical body, within my life, that almost feels bigger than me, like it's happening without my conscious participation. It's more like watching it and following along, but like a lot of density, past life issues clearing out. I've been doing an energy art painting, this is it here, of past life clearing, of where the feminine, and this is past life, so you may have been masculine or feminine in your past life, where the feminine was abandoned by the masculine. And in past times, it was not easy for women to survive without financial support and protection of a man. It's different these days. But back then, if you were abandoned by your masculine, life was very hard. You didn't have many options. So we're clearing through that abandonment from the masculine, abandoning the feminine, not bringing enough attention, not bringing enough awareness, not bringing enough care, not bringing protection, all of those not bringing. And so you can see some of the symbols have come in here, like a pink rose, which is that genuine unconditional love and care and affection. I see that as affection. And so the light code's coming in within this painting, and you can receive this through looking at the painting with an open heart whilst grounded, letting your eyes wander over it. You'll receive the codes that are already in it. The painting is not finished. There is, it's probably about halfway through. It's still got light codes coming into it. But you can receive those codes by looking at the rose, The bunny, her hair, her face has had layers and layers of healing light coming in it. She's had the warmth of the masculine attention on her face, and that has been yellow. It's been like the solar energy, the sun energy, the warm attention of the masculine. Akaya tia kaya kaya koyo ko. They're showing me now the full moon in the Rick Biel card. Akataya kia kaya ko. So we're just moving it towards the full moon now, which is an 8-8 portal as well, because the day number is lining up with the universal year number. So all from the 10th to the 19th of October. And the 17th of October is the full moon in Aries, which is really foundational new starts that span for years now, like really laying the foundations of those really big changes. And this is an 8-8 portal on that day. 1-7 is 8, so the day number is 8 and the year number is 8. So it's an 8-8 portal. And so I feel like these have bookended the 8-8 Lion's Gate, and within that time in between has felt like a really protected space. It's been really hard to push forward on anything in the real world, and the feeling has been that everything's changing in the real world because it's all been cleansing. There's no point having your attention out there pushing forward on things. Been in this cleansing, clearing space since the 8th of August. So yes, that feels like there's an emergence then from the buffer zone. I've also seen during healing sessions people going into the buffer zone. So this is the protective space where the angels and the dragons are clearing away the density. So in the Cassiel card, we've got the dragons, and she of course is an angel. And I see her clearing the karma. She's the keeper of karma and time. And solitude is one of the key aspects there as well. So there's been this kind of isolation, almost like in an intensive care unit of a sort. It's at the energetic levels. And as those angels and dragons have been clearing, one of the things that's been clearing for me is this past life abandonment. I've also, everybody I've spoke to has been working through abandonment in one form or another, and often from the masculine. So both masculine and feminine counterparts have been working through that abandonment from the masculine. Okay, so the bigger picture. So this is for the twin flame theme that's coming in. This is the central card. This is the energy that's coming in from above, and it's twins spend lifetimes searching for each other. Eventually, destiny defines the time of awakening, and an opening of hearts occurs. Their true journey of the heart and to self commences, with much inner growth awaiting them. Remember the journey and be kind to yourself. So it's about that self-loving, knowing that it's bigger than us, knowing that there's bigger cycles going in, there's bigger purposes than just the romantic layer or the human dynamic of it. The human dynamic of it is reflecting back to us what the greater healing aspects and ascension aspects are that we're working through, and how to work with that in ourselves is always with self-compassion and self-love. So at the base of that card, how this is coming into our day-to-day lives, this is from my angel deck, Angel Light Codes deck. It's Archangel Ariel, Become Love. There is so if you want to just look at that image, make sure you're grounded, feet on the ground, present, no distractions, crown open, base chakra open, heart open. Let your eyes wander over that image wherever they go. I will read the channel to you. There is a constant flow of love frequencies emanating from the solar principle. interesting because that was the yellow cosmic color over the face there, receiving the masculine attention and care. Reaching your hearts and the hearts of humanity, this vast and permeable love enlightens everything it touches. You can access this love at any moment. It continuously washes over you, inviting you to receive it into your being, into every cell, your energy field, consciousness, and emotional and mental bodies. Whether in light or darkness, allow this love to shape your path forward. By embodying this love, you become a transmitter of love in your life and for those around you. This love elevates you, leading to joy and high vibrational experiences and connecting you with others who resonate on these high frequencies, forming soul connections, brotherhoods, sisterhoods, and soul family. As you align with your soul tribe, you create a circle of love that encircles the planet and expands exponentially into the universe, calling forth other resonant beings. This powerful love frequency extends beyond Earth into infinite realms, inviting abundance and manifesting heaven on earth. This love positively influences the earth, nature, and everything you perceive, triggering a timeline shift to a higher frequency for those willing to receive it. Embrace this love as it embraces you. Here's the QR code. If you want to scan that with your phone, you can be directed to the light language transmission. I will also put in the description box and in the end screen. This card also has a painting associated with it. So when that channeled message came through, the one that you scan the QR code and go to, that was the source of this card message, and its light codes came through. I was inspired to create an artwork from that with those light codes in it. So some of the channeled messages with light codes that come through push through me into artworks, and there's something I just have to do, like I had to do these cards. You can also receive the light codes from this artwork as well. See if you can feel it. I'll put the link to that down below as well. So the next card is Zachariel, Angel of the Apocalypse. Restores the spirit, reveals your attachments, protects children, heals emotions and courage. I reveal truth, guide humanity through times of upheaval, and bring souls to God for judgment. Timing is now, the great revealing. So I feel like these four angels are here to address those issues that are holding us in lack consciousness in all areas of our life. But this reading, the dynamic with others is in focus, as in not receiving through relationship, and specifically twin flame dynamic, where it's out of balance, where give and take is not balanced. So we've got fights, Rick BL, movement, dynamic action, coordination, teleportation, fights and defeats chaos. I shelter you from storms and show you how to use your macabre to become a chariot of divine power. And this is the full moon that's coming. Cassiel, keeper of time and karma, boundaries, time, discipline, solitude, rules, tears, paradox of light versus dark. I help you balance your karma and teach you how to grow through life's challenges, trials and tribulations. Day is Saturday, and the advice is think twice. So all these four angels are coming in to clear those things. As I said, we've been in this bubble, and I believe we might all be going into the bubble at different times within our journey. Because time is not linear, so I don't think maybe everyone has had their experience in the buffer zone right now. I'll bring a channeled message in around that. But I feel like these angels and these dragons are here clearing. These are the different aspects that they're clearing whilst the beings are energetically in the buffer zone, the protective zone. So we've got navigation through the chaos and the challenges. We've got clearing of karma, trials, challenges, tribulations. We've got then restoring the spirit and protection, healing emotions and bringing courage. And then Yeliel, we're clearing angel of mental force and calmness, battles, depression, serenity, tech support, reveals lies, stops overthinking, brings clarity. I fix gaps between mind and emotions, and I help navigate complex situations and people who play mind games. So it's really navigating the chaos that is making you feel that lack, that breadcrumbing, that abandonment, clearing it to bring in that empowerment and bring you back to love. Love is the key. Love is what brings that, it transmutes all that density. So I feel to bring in my dragon painting as well. So the Ariel painting and the dragon painting, they started around a similar time, which was when that channeled message came in about going into the buff zone. And they're both completing at the same time. The dragon is almost finished. So if you want to just receive some energy from the dragon as well. So I'm just hearing from Yeliel whilst you look at that dragon. Aya tia kaya 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 koya kaya tia kaya. Aya kia taya koya 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 koya. Akia taya kia kaya kia taya kai kai kai. Akia taya kia taya ki 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 ti ki ki ti kai kai kai. Akataya koyo koyo ko. And Yeliel is showing in the bigger picture. Remember the journey and be kind to yourself. Akatia kai. Akatia kaya tia kaya koyo 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 koyo. I'm feeling vibrating through the crown and the brain. So we're clearing that those mental programmings. Akaya tia kaya kaya kaya. The overthinking. Aya kaya tia kaya 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 koyo 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 ko. We're raising it to the bigger picture rather than the small self, the small sense of self, the small sense of the lower version of the dynamic and what's wrong and what's not happening. Aya tia kaya 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 kia kaya kaya kaya. We're clearing the paradox of light versus dark now. Akaya tia koya kaya. Aya kaya koya tia kaya 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 kaya. Akaya koi. Akaya koi. Akaya tia kaya kaya kaya. Akaya tia koya kaya tia kaya kaya kaya. Aisha kaya toya koi. Akoi akataka kaka. So I'm seeing think twice. So it's like thinking from a new perspective now. Akaya tia kaya, from a higher perspective, from the bigger picture. Akataya kia kaya 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 kaya. Akaya kaya kaya. And then the great revealing now. Akaya tia kai. So open up to the visions and perspectives that are coming in now from your higher guidance. Akaya tia kaya, about your dynamic and your situation. Aya tia kaya 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 kaya. Aya tia kaya kaya tia kaya kaya kaya. Aya tia kaya kaya koyo 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 ko. Aya tia koya kaya tia kai. Aisha kai takai takai tuko. Aisha tai akaya toyo ko ko ko. Right, there's a focus on twin flames now. Akaya tia kaya kaya. Stop overthinking. Aya tia kaya kaya kaya. Akaya kaya. I feel this is the masculine counterpart, or the masculine part within us as well. And it stopped them overthinking of the risks and any ways they're not good enough, because I'm also seeing this card here, which is about your assured success leads the way. Akatia kaya 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 kaya. Aya kaya 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 kaya. Aya kaya kaya koyo 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 koyo. So we're refreshing the masculine mindset. We're bringing the antidote over the overthinking is that success leads the way rather than the risks or the failures, or the perceived failures, or perceptions of not being good enough in some way. Akaya tia kai, atoya kai, tatai tatai tai. We're going back to the becoming love card. Ayatia kai, ataya kai, ataya koya kai kai kai, ataya kai. Akataya kaya koya taya kaya kaya kaya. Akataya taya koya taya kaya. Akataya toya 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 kaya 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 kaya. Isha kai 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 kai. Isha kai 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 kai. Atai 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 atai. Isha tai akai atai. Akoya tai kai 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 atai. Okay, so clearing down the spinal column, right down through the crown, down the spinal column. It looks a bit like Cassiel's sword. Straight line of healing light. Akataya kai, akataya taya 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 kai tai 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 tai. Ia koya tai. The Lord of peace. Peace and love dropping in now into the energy field of both counterparts. Yeliel is bringing calmness and clarity. Feeling that moving all the way through the digestive system, down the legs, especially the crown and third eye. Kayatai. Now Rick Bial is bringing the dynamic movement that clears and defeats chaos, enables that forward movement through success. And the bigger picture is again coming into alignment with the conscious mind. Kaya taya kai, akaya taya kai, atoya kai, ataya kai, ataya kai, kai kai kai. Again, the reference to be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. So where you are feeling lack or lack of attention or protection from your counterpart, where you're feeling abandonment from your counterpart, it's about bringing those things to yourself, bringing attention to yourself, bringing focus to yourself, bringing care and love to yourself, bringing compassion to yourself, and being kind to yourself. So those things that you feel lacking from your counterpart, it's about giving those to yourself. Your counterpart is reflecting to you the level of that which you're giving to yourself, because they are your mirror, they are your reflection. They are trying to show your conscious mind what you are not giving yourself. And why are you not giving yourself? Do you not feel worthy? Do you feel like it needs to come from someone else? Okay, I'm just seeing another card from the Intuit Angel Oracle. And it's Raphael, healer of physical ailments, answers prayer, recovery, travel safety, healing, pain relief, health and wellness. Ask for healing or protection from bodily harm during travel, and for help finding a lost love. Wow, that is relevant. So loving yourself helps you attract in love from your counterpart, as they can't help but reflect back to you your own state of being able to receive, give and receive love. Okay, so Raphael, bring in some light codes. Akaya taya kai, akoya ti 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 ti, along with Yeliel. So Raphael and Yeliel together. Akaya tia 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 kai 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 ti 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 ta kai kai. ishaka. So there's a clearing through the throat chakra. Akayati akai. Oyo, going back to that think twice. So think again from the bigger picture, from the healed mental and emotional perspective now, rather than the wounded mental and emotional perspective. Yeah, it's a real clearing through the left side of the body. That's the feminine side, the feminine counterpart, the feminine side within all of us. The part that may have been suppressed through trying to survive in other lifetimes when abandoned by the masculine principle, akayati KKK. So we're healing that suppressed feminine. Oh wow, really feeling that through the back as well, especially on the left side. Kayati kiki takai taki 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 ishataya kiki. Yeah, feeling another level of peace coming in, but it feels like emotional peace rather than mental peace. If there's a difference, it has a slightly different quality to it. It's coming from Raphael, feeling that anchoring now through the being, through the legs, through the feet. Yeah, that's it. So let me just ask the angels, thank you angels, I just want to ask them about the buffer zone. I know that that's how I'm perceiving it, and that's how I've seen it in healing sessions. I just want to hear it directly from the guides. People have been asking me about that buffer zone, so let's just see what they have to say. Ayatia kai 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 tiki kiki kiki, take me into the bigger picture. Akataya kai kai, take me into the sun in the bigger picture, feeling third eye activate. Okay, the dragons and angels have certainly been clearing density at the lower levels of the third dimensional paradigm. In respect of the buffer zone and the inhabitants being ushered into this safety zone, there are numerous aspects to understand when we address the dynamics and function of that aspect of the ascension process. This is, however, a mandatory aspect of moving into fifth dimensional earth. You will understand little from your conscious mind, and many will not be consciously aware of having entered this zone. This zone is occurring at the higher dimensional levels, whilst the environment is altered and timelines are shifted, and there is then an exodus onto an altered timeline and time-space continuum. How this is perceived from the physical and conscious understanding can be experienced by different people in different ways, and it is not necessary to know if and when that has occurred. It is a collective shift, but can be perceived in different time frames for different individuals. The fundamental principle of elevation into this buffer zone is to clear and cleanse the karma and astral bodies, as well as the physical vessel. Akaya tia kai, atoya kai, akashia tai, atia kai, atai. Many will experience changes in their day-to-day life that appears miraculous as Akashic records are cleared, and they may not be consciously aware of how it has occurred. It is often occurring during sleep in terms of linear time. Therefore, there may be some who remember dreams or sleep experiences and feel altered and energized and upgraded when they wake in the morning, akaya tia kaya koi, and return to their third dimensional lifestyles, however these lifestyles feel different. The experiences are at a higher level, and their body, physical bodies, mental bodies, emotional bodies feel somehow different if they pay attention to the subtleties. There is an abundance of angelic and galactic support assisting with this process. The way for the conscious mind to understand when it has occurred is through the visceral changes and the difference in how each individual feels. In terms of a collective time frame, we will say it is ever unfolding, but the general time frame is 2024 to 2026, as the different waves consciously receive the shifts that occur. Though this may be a single event for the collective, at the higher levels it can be received at different times in the journey for those on the ground, according to their ability to receive and their conscious agreement to do so. Blessings to you all and much love. So there were quite a lot of codes shared there. So as usual, that is a healing. So you do need to listen to your bodies, drink a lot of water, rest if you need to, and listen to this transmission as many times as you need to. It goes a level deeper every time. I have a couple little announcements. I think most people are aware now that my new Angel Light Codes card deck is out. I will tag it in the video for those in countries that can see the tags and put it in the description box. But also I have just made available on Patreon for anybody who is interested in learning energy art themselves. I have made available a year's worth of recorded live workshops with some extra videos on what energy art is and how to do it as a one-off cost rather than a ongoing monthly membership. I'm currently stopped the live workshops for the rest of the year while I create those into more structured online workshops and a practitioner training program. So therefore, I'm making those available now. You can still join the Energy Art tier on Patreon for a monthly rate, and then you can go through and work through all of those in your own time. The quicker you work through them, the less months you would be a member for if you wanted to do it that way, or you can continue to be a member. It's reduced price at the moment because of the workshops being on hold. But there is a good year's worth of content there for you to work through. Also, you can join Patreon for free, and all the content that is public and free that I provide on all my different YouTube channels and my different platforms will all be on there. You also, I put my latest news and my latest products and things on there as well. So you can keep up to date with all of those for free if that's of interest to you. So that is there below as well. So thanks for listening to the end, and see you next time. Blessings, everyone.